Students, today we will study characteristics of five kingdoms. In previous video, I told you that all the organisms are classified in order to make their study easy. So, Whittaker classified all organisms into five kingdoms. You know that kingdom is a largest group of classification. So, he classified all organisms into five kingdoms. These kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Students, you have to learn these kingdoms in the same sequence: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Now, before starting the characteristic, let us discuss some important terms that will come. First is unicellular. Uni means one. So, organisms which are made up of only one cell, they are known as unicellular organisms. Like amoeba, it is made up of only one cell, na? So it is unicellular. Paramecium is also unicellular. Second word is multicellular. Multi means many. It means the organisms which are made up of more than one cell are called multicellular organisms. Then the third word is prokaryotic. There are two types of organisms, students: prokaryotic and eukaryotic, depending on the type of cell present in their body. If the cells are primitive type of cells means they do not have a distinct nucleus in them. There is no nuclear membrane around the nuclear material, so distinct nucleus is not present. So such type of organisms are called prokaryotic organism. They are devoid of mitochondria, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, and many more cell organelles. So these are very simple type of organisms. Like bacteria, it is prokaryotic organism. Eukaryotic organisms are those organisms which have well-defined nucleus in their cell. So in them, the nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, so a distinct nucleus is present. Like our cells, human cells are eukaryotic cells, right? Now, autotrophic. Autotrophic are those organisms which are able to prepare their food themselves. They are called autotrophic organisms. Then heterotrophic organisms. Heterotrophic organisms are not able to prepare their food themselves. They depend on other organisms for their food. Now, as I told you, the first kingdom is Monera. So remember that first two kingdoms, they have unicellular organisms. First two kingdoms are unicellular organisms, and rest three kingdoms have multicellular organisms. Now first kingdom Monera, unicellular organism, and prokaryotic organisms are unicellular and prokaryotic. It means primitive type. And kingdom Protista is also unicellular, having unicellular organisms, but the organisms are eukaryotic organisms. Rest all, they have multicellular eukaryotic cell, multicellular eukaryotic cell, multicellular eukaryotic cells. Now let us discuss all these kingdoms one by one. So first kingdom is kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera includes bacteria. As I already told you that these are unicellular and prokaryotic organisms. So they can't be seen by naked eyes. You have to use microscope to see them. They are found everywhere on the earth, even at the places where other organisms cannot survive in extreme conditions. These members of these Monera group can survive there, like in deep oceans, in deserts, in snow, in hot springs, in sulfur springs. They can live there also. So bacteria is their example. right? Now, depending on the shape of bacteria, bacteria are classified into 4 types. Number 1 is coccus. Coccus means spherical bacteria. Second is bacillus. Bacillus means rod-shaped bacteria. Third is Vibrio. Vibrio means comma-shaped bacteria. Then is spirillum. Spirillum means comma-shaped bacteria. Bacteria cell is a prokaryotic cell. It is very simple cell. It consists of cell wall. Inside that cell wall, cytoplasm is present. There is a nuclear material, but nuclear material is not surrounded by a nuclear membrane as it is a prokaryotic cell. DNA is present in it, and it may have a long whip-like structure that is called flagella. These bacteria cells, they may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. Some bacteria are autotrophic. If they are autotrophic, they may be photoautotrophic or chemoautotrophic. Difference between photo and chemoautotrophic is those organisms which are photoautotrophic, photo means light. They prepare their food with the help of light. Chemoautotrophic, chemo word is for chemicals. It means these type of organisms prepare their own food with the help of chemicals, some minerals they use to prepare their food. So they may be photoautotrophic or they may be chemoautotrophic. Many of them are heterotrophic also. It means they can't prepare their food. They are generally saprophytes, so they live on dead and decaying organic matter. Reproduction in bacteria. Bacteria generally reproduce by binary fission. Fission means splitting. Binary means 2. Bi means 2. It means an organism splits into 2 parts and give rise to 2 new organisms. Second method of reproduction in them is spore formation. Several spores are formed in bacterial body, and when they get the favorable conditions, they give rise to new organism. Now, these bacteria may be useful or they may be harmful. You might have heard the name of several diseases which are caused by bacteria. So, these bacteria which causes diseases are called pathogens. Like tuberculosis is caused by a bacteria called Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Typhoid is caused by a bacteria called Salmonella typhi. There are many bacteria which are useful also. Like you know that for making curd, which bacteria is used? Lactobacillus bacteria. Because in its name bacillus is coming, so the shape is rod shaped. Okay. So there are many useful bacteria which help in nitrogen fixation. Some of the bacteria like Escherichia coli helps in digestion also. So bacteria may be useful or harmful. Now one table is given in your book in which some diseases and their pathogens are given. Students, you have to learn these. And some bacteria, useful bacteria are also given, and their uses are also given. Please go through them and learn.